What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Today I felt compelled to do something meaningful, so I'm gonna make a video. And I want to make a video about Instagram and similar platforms and how it's become a plague on our society, if you haven't known or haven't noticed. Don't get me wrong, platforms like Instagram have given us a chance to connect with individuals across the globe and has given us an insight on how other people of different cultures or geographical regions live. But over the years, Instagram has changed into a platform that taunts lavish lifestyles, individuals with godlike beauty. Don't get me wrong, there are extremely attractive people on Instagram, and that's not a coincidence that they're successful. Young people sporting designer cars and living in exotic mansions, giving an inflated perception of reality. Most successful models and or influencers on Instagram and social media platforms tend to be extremely good looking. To us not in our teens and early 20s, we know this is not a coincidence. People that are blessed with the genetic gift of extreme beauty will always attract more individuals. It's human nature. Big corporations also have no problem finding attractive influencers to push their products. This makes sense from a business perspective and to us older enough to recognize it, but to teens, adolescents, and other people that are relatively young, Instagram has negative effects. It promotes an unrealistic perception of reality. It invokes a negative self image as well. And why wouldn't it? After spending a large amount of time on Instagram looking at extremely beautiful people that seem to have it all, have you ever looked at somebody's Facebook and found yourself comparing your life to theirs, only to find out years later that individual was secretly miserable and using social media to promote their best self, to make them feel more comfortable during a miserable time? This happens more than you think. The lives of people on Instagram and other reputable platforms are mostly a facade, purely constructed to catch your attention and increase followers, as more followers means more money. I want to note that YouTube can also be like this. The more followers a channel has, the more likely that the channel will be monetized and have sponsors. But there is a slight deviation between the two. Instagram pushes a false sense of reality. The wealth and fame that influencers taunt on Instagram are highly unattainable in the real world. YouTube channels are for mostly entertainment and informational purposes. It's not to say that there are some channels that fall in the bad apple basket, encouraging risque behavior or false information. The main point I wanted to put out there is that Instagram and platforms of that nature are affecting the youth of today in a negative manner and giving them falsehoods to believe in, all at the cost of their self image and contributing to feelings of inferiority. In these recent years, I feel we have entered a dangerous domain. Time away from social platforms should be advised for our youth and actually people of any age. Individuals who already have insecurities in one shape or form will have them greatly intensified through the facade and unrealistic reality that is Instagram. It makes you think of the kind of price the youth suffer, the toll they pay mentally and spiritually by partaking in platforms that have been highly normalized. Corporations and lavish style influencers don't stop pushing their products to viewers. They don't care that it's at the cost of the viewer's sense of self and wellness. And it's probably always been like this. We just see it now because of these platforms and how it's been highly normalized. We have entered the me era. It doesn't matter who gets burned as long as that influencer or corporation prospers. Just a thought.